bursts into life, a mind touches your own. Alien and full of desperate need, but fragmented too. It is incomplete. It yearns to connect, but needs you to guide the process, linking each part of your mind to its like.
And Lavender begins to manipulate the mind. Lavender was with his amazing intelligence of 8. Oh wait, we have to stay close?
The console glows as you approach.
Ah, because it's connected to us, literally. Okay. There's 4 symbols here, or forms: speech, reason, memory, and emotion. And we have counterparts here. And if I remember correctly, you can't cross like different lanes. So, I mean, with this one we have to move here. There's only one way forward. And we can go either there or here. Go from here, we also have to move forward here. Okay, I guess in the end, the below one we have 2 options. Either we go here to the front and stay low and then go to emotion again, or we go a little bit to the middle, up here again, then down here again, and then there again. So either we block this or that. We go here. Then we have to go onwards here with speech. Have to go across here, and then we end here with speech. Which seems kind of like it's correct, because I mean, with speech from the other side we have to go there, and then we have branches. Then we have to go with reason. Yeah, reason. Then we have, if we assume that's what we're doing, then we have to go with reason here. From there we can't go down, we have to go here. And we can stay up here. I think that's correct. Let's do that. Wait, what was the plan? Here, there, down here. Then with reason, we... What's that note? Ah, it's speech. Ah, no, it's wrong. I want to use speech. With speech, we go here, there, here. Starting to talk. And then with reason, we have to go here. And we have to stay on top.
Welcome.
I wonder what exactly it is. It just seems kind of like a receiving platform, right? If it accepts us as its master. Memory? Here? Wait, did I mess up? Why are we walking away? Huh? I think I misclicked.
The console glows as you approach.
Ah, nice. At least it remembers what we did so far. Here, we are using memory. Go here, and go there. Nice. Well done.
Time to see what's back there.
Tell myself. Nice.
Keep it together.
I actually like those puzzles. Then we don't have like too many in the game. They're neat. And here we have another mind.
Might be useful.
And also desecrated relief.
Our destiny, design,
Grand design.
downfall.
Your tadpole echoes, not with presence, but memory, tinged with loss.
The grand design, order, perfection, unity, every plane as one, every being
turns into
Those
a
are very
sudden
pretty
fury,
words for
burying
the
claws
mind
in your
flayers
mind.
ruling over everything and everyone.
Corrupted. Gone.
And just as suddenly, pain and memory are gone, leaving only stone once more.
Which is
The grand
interesting.
design. The restoration of the Mindflayer Empire. The dream of all Illithids.
It seems like at least some part
Did the Illithid
of the
Empire
Elder
fall?
Brain is still sentient enough to mourn that,
I
right?
don't know. I'm just glad it fell.
So, let's have a look into that last mind. Go. The waking mind. Because this one is one of the most useful ones.
Fine bones, sharp jaw, some variety of elf. Pretty enough for a flesh prison, if
Also
not
the most
the
sentient
noble
one.
Githzerai features I was born with. I'd guess you're no willing guest of the Gake either. Perhaps we might aid one another.
The Githzerai, one of the two Githyanki, or the former Gith people. And they're following like quite different philosophies. The Githzerai are also like way more... Like, they also are quite arrogant very often, but a little bit more peaceful. Like also in general, they are more like neutrally aligned and not like lawfully evil like the Githyanki. It's Gith, true. The original people was called Gith, and then it split into Githzerai and Githyanki depending on like who they followed. You call yourself Githzerai? Is that some kind of Githyanki?
Oh, for a set of hands to slap your face! The Yankee lost their way the moment Gith threw down the Gake Empire. Only we, Zerai, continue the war to end the Gake forever. Only we fight them on their own battlefield. The mind.
They are way more into psionics. You're a remarkably sane for a pickled brain.
A Githzerai's mind is not so easily cracked. Our discipline was the very reason you were attacked. My order taught a psionic technique much feared by the Gake. They destroyed us for it, and kept me as a trophy.
Poor brain.
I never broke, but I've spent all these centuries awake, aware. So here is my offer. Use your tadpole, erase me, and I will pass my technique on to you.
You catch the lie. The monk isn't telling everything.
That's surprisingly insightful of you, Lavender. That was a lucky roll. If you want my help, then tell me the truth.
All right, the Gate did not find my monastery. I led them there. They promised me immortality,
them.
and they gave it. I have been their rotting trophy for centuries.
As her agitation swells, so does her latent psionic power. To your tadpole, that guilt and terror are almost fragrant. You realize the Illithids locked her away not as a trophy, but as a fine vintage.
Just between
Please,
your whole order.
touch my mind and purge it. The moment you do, my knowledge will be yours.
Just for immortality. Which kind of brings us back to yesterday's stream, the price of immortality, and should you pay it or not? And what kind of immortality is that? Reach out and consume her mind. Oh boy. And Lavender reaches out and purges her mind. Let's fulfill her wishes.
The awareness that floods you is nothing like the tadpole. It is tentative and tinged with the loneliness of eons.
Probably
It
also quite a
fades
lot of
beneath your
guilt.
touch. And you feel something left behind. A fragment.
It is only knowledge yet, without comprehension. But when you use it, you will see. And I...
Boy, Our spirit's strong. If we can just erase her like that. Githzerai, mind barrier. Having assimilated a splint of Githzerai knowledge, mental barriers have been erected in the affected entity's mind. It has advantage on intelligence saving throws, which is especially useful against Mindflayers. Oh, wait a second. Though, then again, I think the Githyanki also use like some psychic and psionic powers against you. Can you battle them? Where are our companions? Oh. I'm so sad that they didn't include Githzerai. You mean like as a playable race in the game?
Baldur's Gate will know.
Come on, Fire Elemental. You can teleport.
Must lug my guts through this hell.
Right. I think we explored everything here, so
Light on my feet.
we can go to the main room and finally visit the main attraction down here. Elder Brain. It's so interesting that all those intellect devourers are not minding us at all. We've just been walking around here, slaying everyone. But hey, they don't mind.
Descend.
A whole fleet of Nautiloids. How many true souls have passed through this place?
Let's see if they say something else. But I mean, down, down, down she
Seems
waits.
I think we're allies.
Maybe it's just a huge trap. Maybe she is waiting us. The absolute. Okay, before we descend, let's see. Let's summon allies. Since we are using that very nice rapier, let's go and call a planner ally. Even though I gotta say that the Diva is nicer than the Cambion, the Cambion is still pretty cool.
Descend.
Whatever it takes.
I think Shadowheart can't do that. Yeah, because we don't have the level 6 spell slot.
No one stopped me yet.
Let's buff ourselves. Let's really take the time to do that. Darkstrider. 1, 2, 3, 4. My target is too far. Go. I wanted to give Githzerai as a playable race. They could have used the same models as Githyanki, just give them different racial powers. Definitely would have been cool. I think that's it. Alright.
I wonder what the next move is.
Yeah, resistance is just for 10 turns. I don't think we have that many buffs which last longer than like 10 turns. I mean, we can summon a spiritual weapon. Let's go and let's summon
Descend.
a
Assemble.
great sword. Blessing of Selûne. Oh, we have a blessed spiritual weapon.
Defender of the people.
Wyll. Need something for you. You have your companion.
In your name.
Minthara has her
No rest for the
elemental.
wicked, I see.
Gale doesn't have a spell for that at the moment. So yeah, I would say we are ready. There's a resting pot which restores stuff. I know, I just wanted to cast all the spells before.
Evacuate.
And here we go. And with all the spell slots back and still have all our summons. Does this thing do anything?
Platform's already here.
It just calls it up. Which is quite funny. You will never be able to use it, but it's still nice that they included it here. So, let's descend. Down,
Is anyone
down.
else's tadpole squirming around a lot more than usual?
It's almost like it's excited by something, drawn to it.
This will be epic. Oh, and the rejuvenating miasma's gone. say, I'm confused. I thought like going down here, we would have the cutscene of Gale about sacrificing himself.
Still breathing, despite
Maybe I'm
everything.
misremembering.
No longer a background murmur. The presence in your mind builds to a roar.
We found it. The Absolute is behind this door.
And probably also Ketheric. Go.
You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Oh, the general voice. Is this where we salute?
Salute, yes. With cleavers through his blood-starved flesh. How it crawls with failure, like flies on lick-wet carrion.
You forget yourself, Orin. I have played my part.
They really don't
You
like
built
each
an
other.
army for our masters, true enough. But what of the astral prism? A rogue true soul flaunting it under your nose all this time, and you ran from him.
Sure that they would follow and deliver it into my hands here. If you would cease these distractions.
The distractions have been yours, Ketheric. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up. So you haven't lost your edge, but you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager. The Slayer
ready to
against the
kill.
Undying One. That'd be fun to see.
His crypt breath sings to my sinews again, 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 again. But he must lead the murder march to Baldur's grave.
If the weapon is truly in your grasp, Ketheric, might I suggest closing your fist? Orin and I can wait for you no longer. The plan proceeds. We're going to the city, and we expect you to follow. Army and the weapon in tow. The Edict of Bane!
The lash of Thor!
Crystals. Yes, the brain.
The Testament of Merkel!
An elder brain. One of the cruelest and most powerful creatures in existence. Enslaved by mere mortals.
Look at that
Quite powerful
crown.
ones.
It radiates with power unlike anything I've ever seen.
No Gale, no
To
hubris.
have it. To hold. Oh, if only I could. But I can't. This is it. I must do as Mystra commands.
Yeah, and you can decide to blow everything up here, but of course we're not doing that. We're staying safe. No simping for Orin, Alistair. Gale, you cannot do this. You can't condemn us to death. And also not yourself, but I can't say that.
What choice do I have? More than just a goddess counseled my courage. Whole worlds hang in the balance.
You can do this. You know, you could choose me, the one who loves you. We can find another way, together.
I love you too. Much more than myself. More. Even than Mystra. Very well. Whether I condemn this world or not, I choose you.
I like that you prefer me to suicide.
There we are. It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guest. Behold, Duke Ravengard, the Absolute.
Helm preserve us.
You wag your word flap in vain, olderling. Once the worm holds the whip, your shredded flesh will serve us.
Shit, no! Father!
Now, it's really time we were going.
Gortash is really
We will
not a
empty this
handsome young
place and
man.
begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. And Ketheric, do try not to sulk. You're supposed to be the fearsome general come to conquer the city. And I am the hero who will save it.
It is time, faithful ones. March on Baldur's Gate. We go to prepare the way.
Quite a big army. We saw their camp. Acolyte, piece of 3. To be fair, considering who was casters, I don't believe it as much as the brain than the crown that did the heavy lifting. I think there's a word missing. Brain than the crown that did the thing. Yeah, I mean, in the end, the crown is just like a means to control the rain, right? In the end, elder brains are just like incredibly powerful. And also like Gortash creating the True Souls was like quite the boost, right? In terms of power, yeah, definitely. But I mean, in the end, the crown was enough to have control over the brain, at least for now. Yeah, Ketheric Thorm is still invulnerable, cause yeah, here we have once again Dame Aiden. Ooh. We could sneak in and attack, but I want to see the dialogue, so let's go. Let's be bold.
There you are, as predicted. What is it, I wonder, that draws one toward death like a moth to light? You could have run away, absconded with the prism. The one thing that could prevent me from fulfilling my destiny. But the lure of one's destiny is irresistible, isn't it? Perhaps you hope to learn your place in history before you are erased from it. A bright flash of clarity before the snuffing out.
He sounded a little bit more remorseful earlier, before Dame Aiden arrived. Cassus became the god of magic for entire seconds. Did he? I always thought like just before he became the god of magic that like Mystra sacrificed herself and that like disrupted that spell of him extending to that godhood. I don't know. I love that he can skip Ketheric's fight and only fight Merkel. So, let's see if we can also use some dialogue and charisma skills to talk Ketheric into standing down. Look at the last Dark Urge option. I will reach out my own Crimson Castle, and your corpse will path my path. I will find out who I was and end my killing fate.
Your place is to die so that I might finally live. Let us speak plainly. My Lord Merkel gave me the one thing I desired, the one thing no other god could grant me. My daughter's life returned.
And she absolutely hates you for
her
it.
Heart beating once more. For that, he asked that I serve as his chosen. Join Orin and Gortash to grow the cult of the Absolute, and then take control of it. He's never had a more devoted follower. I have fought great wars before, in the service of other gods and other powers, but for Merkel I would condemn all of Faerûn to death. You are all that stands between me and my destiny. And you have brought the prism here. I will kill you now. and then I will raise you as my servant.
Quite blunt. I wonder why Merkel chose Ketheric to play the part, to become his chosen. I mean, we've seen that Ketheric usually isn't very loyal to his gods, right? And I mean, his daughter was resurrected, so what's stopping Ketheric now to like just turn on Merkel again? They probably also have some kind of deal. The thing is, I never played that because it's quite gruesome, but I've read that actually Isabel get kidnapped, that the thing which Ketheric does to her is also like infecting her with a parasite. Which is also quite gruesome. If he does everything for her, and in the end just takes like everything she is away by a parasite. But yeah, I mean, Isabel as she is, doesn't want to return to him, right? If there was no other way for him. Ketheric, you are messed up. Also what you're doing to Aelin, like, what the heck? No. Karsus did. It killed the former god of magic. Huh. Interesting. Karsus was god of magic for a second. For a spell, I guess. No, Minthara was destroyed by the spell, and he took her place briefly. Back then, Alistair was Mistral. The first incarnation was Mistral, and after the whole folly of Karsus, then came Mistral. I was ready to show you mercy before. It's not still too late. You can repent. Which I guess is not very Vengeance Paladin-like, but we didn't do that before, and I want to do that now. 18, we can do this. You know what I mean. True. Just wanted to point it out.
Repent? Would that even be possible?
Is she considering?
Perhaps. No. There is no repentance. No release. My debt can never be repaid.
Leave Mist down there.
He is here. He is watching. He is listening. He is...
Hey, just like that, we skipped the first phase of the battle.